Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We are going to initiate the simulcast from PrisonPlanet.tv in T-minus 7 minutes, 30 seconds when we come into the next segment for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. I wanted to finish up with Bob Chapman and Ted Anderson. Unprecedented to have $1.2 trillion of private Federal Reserve, but using U.S. taxpayer-backed, I guess, fiat to go in and buy Treasury notes. That means, well, we've already heard from China and Europe and others, and Russia, Venezuela, they're all backing away from the dollar, backing away from U.S. securities. I mean, this could get out of hand any time. I hope Bob's right. We've got a few years to get ready for this because the elite's doing it one way or the other. Ted, I mean, when you found out 48 hours ago that they'd done this, you told me you got pretty upset because, I mean, this is a big financial move here. This signifies they are planning total hyperinflation.
It's exactly what they're planning, Alex. When the Federal Reserve System, which isn't government, goes in and buys U.S. treasuries, they're buying those treasuries from absolutely nothing. There's no value of what they're buying it with. They are taking and printing new money and injecting it into the system and driving down the value of what we already have.
Injecting it into themselves. They're hoarding it. They're actually clamping down on credit.
Injecting it into the U.S. government treasury, and the U.S. treasuries, of course, they're making promises to everybody in the world. I mean, not only just people of the United States. You're right. I mean, it's just the absolute craziness that you would never expect from the United States government. That is exactly what's happening right now.
Well, it's very... Go ahead.
I was just about to say, Bob said one thing earlier that was probably the key factor to this whole thing. We need to continue to expose the Federal Reserve System. This cannot be.
Yeah, they need to be going to jail instead of posing as our saviors, going to the next level of the Ponzi scheme, a world banking system. That's my final question briefly for you, Bob Chapman. I mean, they engineered the economic collapse. They badmouthed the stock market to drive it down for consolidation. Now they're terrorizing the public, saying accept the new Bank of the World or its curtains. But the plan for the Bank of the World is to implode things.
Yes, when they're ready. And obviously they're not there yet.
And you're saying
they have the whole world in flames at the same time. And then they think they'll be able to get away with it. But, we know what they're going to do. And we're just going to stop them.
Yeah, I mean, they've certainly miscalculated the amount of resistance in the alternative media now spilling into the mainstream media. I think we've got a good shot at bringing these people to justice, but we better not hope. We better take action.
Absolutely.
Bob, fire out that toll-free number for folks that want to get a free complimentary copy of the newsletter.
That number is toll-free 877-479-8178. 877-479-8178.
And in closing,
copy of the International Forecaster either by email or by hard copy.
Yeah, and that's at theinternationalforecaster.com. Ted, in closing there, again, you've got a lot of other coins you can't mention in the time we have, but sovereigns and francs at that price you mentioned, an insane price. Give folks the number again.
Yeah, it's 1-800-686-2237. Again, it's 1-800-686-2237. 2237. And we have eagles, we have some proof eagles, we have a lot of different things that we've been able to buy here when the market's backed off. But you just have to call in, tell us that you've heard it on the Alex Jones show. So we can, because I've got things set aside for this that are priced way back when gold was, at 900, 870 right in there.
That's right. You do raise your prices when it goes up, but just for this show and for the network, you give folks this great deal, 800-686-2237. And the broker's going to be there throughout the weekend, okay?
Yeah, they'll be here all weekend long, and I want to know how I can get Amy into my studio here.
All right, Ted Anderson. Yeah, Amy Allen coming up next.
She was so sweet up here in Minneapolis. She's such a great person. Tell her hi for me.
Well, she's right out there listening to you right now in the control room. All right, thank you, Bob Chapman. We'll see you next week, Lord willing.
Surely. Bye-bye.
Take care. We'll be back with Amy Allen in studio.